not evolve forward. What am I supposed to do, girl? Hello, my loves. If you guys can start double tapping that screen, let me know where you're watching from. I'm actually live on YouTube, but I'm going to be live on here for a little while until we get a good crowd on YouTube, and then I'll switch over to YouTube only. But since I haven't been live on YouTube in God knows how long, I'm going to run lives on both right now and see how I can manage it. So I won't start doing readings on TikTok until we get to at least 12 people on. So the more you guys can like the live. Hi from Ireland. That's amazing. The more you guys can like the live, let me know where you're watching from, the faster it will get pushed out to the algorithm and we can start doing readings. For those who may be watching on YouTube, I'm going to start coming on YouTube more regularly. So make sure that you are hitting the bell twice to get notified when I am live. And I'm only going to be on for 2 hours today. Who is the message from, Poonam? I'm not, okay, we just hit 12, all right. All right, for those of you who are brand new to me, who don't know who I am, I'm Johanna Burkhardt. I am a multidimensional channel, teacher, healer, and self-help author. And my mission is to help you to be the change that you want to see so that you can create the reality that you are desiring. And we do that by teaching you how to shift your frequency, how to be more in tune with your intuition, how to trust yourself, how to have energetic boundaries, all of the things. And I do that best through session and private mentorship. But when I come live here, I'm doing a little bit more traditional readings. And so today I am, like I said, I am running simultaneously on YouTube and TikTok. My goal is to focus on YouTube once I get a decent crowd live. So I'm going to run both until that happens. So you can jump over there if I leave here. Just know that I'll still be live on YouTube. Today I'm offering one free yes or no or card pull. That is your free option. And I'm going to be going to those questions that I'm called to. And if I read your question and I don't hear an answer, I'm not going to answer it. So my rules are simple. Don't drop multiple times the same question. If I'm not answering you, it's for a reason and it's not personal. If you would like a mini read where you ask a question and then I see what else comes through, that is a minimum $15 donation. It is via Cash App and Venmo, which is all linked in my bio. All right. Make sure your Cash App or Venmo has your first and last name because I will need that. And please let me know if you donate and where you donated. If you've had a reading in the last week from me, you probably don't need one again. As much as I would love to take your money, the odds of something drastically changing in that time is pretty slim. So just so you know. Okay, gifts are always appreciated too. And if you're asking if somebody is missing you, thinking about you, what they're feeling, any of those things, I'm not going to answer those questions. I don't have permission to read them. There are plenty of readers on here that like to do things that are out of integrity. You can definitely go and ask them. Yes, you are safe, Poonam. Alma, yes, she would. Yes, the answer is yes. Nikki, yes. Most likely later in the year. If you'd like a card pull, please put your first name in the comments, --card pull, and I will pull a card for you. Zara, no. Cameron. Poonam, you're going to end up manifesting something happening. That's just fear. It's just fear. It's just fear. Just fear. Cameron. Cameron, see the signs. This when I get this card, this always is a card of the answers that you seek are all around you. The guidance post is all around you. You just need to slow down and be a little bit more mindful so that you see. And then when you do see, trust in it instead of questioning or doubting it. Will RG reunite our relationship? No. Card pulls require a first name, please. Question. So there's a name in the comments, Jim, but the username handle is Kim. That seems weird to me. I'm not sure I even trust that. But I'm going to pull a card for Jim. Oops, let's not mess up the whole entire card deck. Let's not do that. Jim. I don't know why. I'm not going to pull a card for that one. It just doesn't, something doesn't feel right. Maybe they just spelled the name wrong. I don't know. Maybe they meant to put Kim. Tracy. Oh, wait. I've got to go way back. Here we go. Will my financial difficulties get better? Yes, but you got to do some mindset work. Is it Alarna? Alarna. Alarna, reveal your truth. This is about removing the masks. Stop pretending to be someone you're not. Stop dimming your light. Stop people pleasing. Stop doing things you don't want to do. Allow yourself to be who you are authentically, to take up space, to be loud, to do whatever it is that you need to do, okay? Cassandra. While I'm pulling your card, if you hear me say your name, if you guys can add hearts to the screen or something so I know that you're here getting the message, that is super helpful for me. Cassandra. Because I'm about 22 comments behind. Cassandra, embrace spirit. This is a card that reminds you that I am you and you are me, that everything is connected. Everything is a give and take, is an infinite flow. You are a part of source consciousness. You are an aspect of God. And in doing so, it helps you to remember your power and how strong you are and how powerful of a creator you are. Michelle, this is Tori 1970 username. Oops. Ooh, I love this card. Michelle. This is a card of surrender. Let go of the old. It's more than that, though. It's remembering that you had a plan that you put in place before you incarnated here into this life, and that you need to trust that divine plan. And it's about surrendering the things that you think you want or the things that you think you need, and allowing yourself to be surprised by life when it turns out better than you could have expected. So surrender. Okay, Tracy. Just a reminder, please do not ask for a card more than once. Please do, and if you want a card, just put your first name -card. If you are asking a free yes or no, please only post it one time. Tracy, you had a card that flew out for you. Oh, again, embrace spirit. This is about standing in your power and recognizing that you are just as equally of a creator as what we call source or what we call God, that you are powerful, infinite, multidimensional being, that I am you and you are me. There is no separation. Separation is the illusion. I don't know how to say this name, but it's Aisosa. Isoasa? I don't know. No idea how to say that name. It's Black Y Sosa is the username. Seek the answers within. This is about you learning to trust your intuition and trusting yourself and trusting what you know to be true and where you are meant to be going, instead of constantly seeking validation outside of you. Will my financial hardships be better? That's Tam. Yes. Katrina. Katrina. Katrina, heed your dreams. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? But know that there's two different things that are happening in your dream state, and I want you to know about both of them because it's really important time to pay attention to your dreams. So if you wake up with a heaviness or a feeling of fear or sadness or grief or anger, that's what you were clearing in your sleep. If you wake up and you have this dream that has things that you remember, write them down. There's messages or even visitations that are coming in your dream space to help guide you. Anna. Anna, know your power. Knowing your power, standing in your power, Anna, this is how you set yourself free, right? Horses always resemble our symbols of freedom. So remember that when you stand in your power, when you own your light, when you own your truth, you set yourself free. Kim, will Chelsea be my friend again? Yes, there's going to need to be some communication, but have some patience, okay? Rebecca, she says, I want some insight into my romantic relationship. That would be a mini read. So those would be by donation. I don't answer cheating questions. Good afternoon, Susie Q. I'm pretty sure I already pulled a card for Tracy. Heather. Will RG reunite our relationship? I'm pretty sure I answered this, but no. I have a future with Muna? No. Heather, this is your card pull. And just a reminder, guys, or actually, I don't even know if I shared with you. This is Heather's card. If you would like 60 minutes with me, I do have a first-time client rate. So if you've never had a session with me, you can get one for more than 50% off my normal rate. That is linked in the bio under my services. And I also have a free course called Heal, a course in radical forgiveness and self-love. It's a 6-module course. It's available, linked in my bio as well. Heather, trust in magic. This is a card of transmutation. This is a card of transmutation. It's trusting in the universe. It's trusting in what's happening is happening for you. It's you trusting in the magic of the universe. So whatever's happening in your life, it's trying to help clear something. It's trying to clear the path for you so that you can receive exactly what you've been asking for. Am I an angelic light worker? You're a light worker. You're not angelic, though, because you are not an angel, but you are a light worker. Reminder, please only drop your question one time. Only ask for a card one time. If I'm not answering you, it's because when I read your question, I do not get an auditory response from the guides. Julie, will my children and I be in a new home soon? Yes. It feels like anywhere from 30 to 45 days-ish. Will Kenyon come back around? No. Heather, card pull. I don't know if I've pulled for these people before. You guys can please only ask one time. I get in channel mode and I can't remember who I've pulled for. So if I start seeing the same question multiple times, I'm going to start removing people from the live. It just makes it really challenging for me. Heather. Know your power, Heather. This means stand in your power, know your truth, believe in you, trust in you. That's where your power is. Your power is in nothing outside of you. All right, this person has asked this question too many times, so we're going to mute them. Thank you, Tanya. I'm on YouTube too, Tanya, but nobody's over there. All right, let me see where I'm trying to figure out where the heck I left off. All right, I'm just going to start here. Ronell, Ronell, this is for you. For those on YouTube, feel free to join in. Ronell. Ronell, God, we're getting a lot of the same cards today. This is a card of transmutation, the trusting in the magic. This is a card of transmutation. So whatever's happening in your life, it's trying to make space for what it is that you're really wanting and desiring. So anytime I get this card, it's always about really clearing the density in your body, in your life, in your beliefs. So whatever's happening, know that it's happening for your benefit. Are Joe and I completely over? Yes. If I don't answer your question when you drop it, please don't ask it 20 times. Aubrey. Thank you for the dinosaur, Vanessa. Appreciate that. Aubrey. See, same cards. We're getting the same cards today. Surrender, Aubrey. This is about you letting go of control. This is about you letting go of what you think you want or what you think you need and being open to the universe providing something that you probably cannot see as available for yourself. Trust and have faith that something bigger and better is on its way to you. Let go. Stop trying to control. Okay? Sarah, what do you want? Do you want a card pull or do you want the answer to your question? Because you're only going to get one. I'm not doing pregnancy questions today. Vanessa, will I get a new job soon? Yes, it feels closer to summer. Javier, will Heather come back? No. Will Mark contact this weekend? No. Did I mess things up with Phil? You can't ever mess things up. If they're not right for you, if they walked out of your life, they're not for you. You can't mess up what's meant for you. Will I get a promotion at my job? Not anytime soon. Will me and my ex reconcile? This is for Kay. No. Is Jasmine's feelings ever going to change about me to reconcile? No.
But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Wait, SafeLight can come to you for free. Don't wait. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule.
Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Go to Wix.com and set up your store on a single integrated platform.
Will my work situation improve this month? Maybe towards the end of the month, beginning of next month. That's for Corey.
Multiple secure payments. And design your storefront down to the very last detail. Get all the tools you need.
I wish they wouldn't put. Oh, that's why. Okay. Please stop asking about the pregnancy test, guys. I'm not doing any medical, including pregnancy. Will I find a job that I love? Yes, you will. You need to look a little bit more outside the box of what you're looking for, though. And they're also saying believe. There's like some, what they're saying is there's some jobs, Izzy, there's some jobs that maybe you don't meet all the qualifications for, but it excites you, still apply for those, okay? Still apply for those. Oops, sorry, we're in a tornado watch. Shoot, I gotta try to text my roommates. Heal helped me go for Harmonia. Loved that course. Thank you for sharing that. It's a good course. It's an OG though, for sure. It's an OG. Will JG and I ever get back together? No. Does Dwayne want me back? No. You guys, let me tell you this. Let me give you some tough love here. Let me give you some tough love. Because I wish somebody would have said this to me. Okay, Karen, I will pull a card for you in 1 second. Here's what I'm going to say to that. If they're not actively and regularly communicating with you, if they are not putting in the effort, if they're not trying to be in a relationship with you and treating you with respect and love and putting in effort and communicating, they are not for you. Don't be a pick-me girl. Don't be sitting around waiting, or a pick-me guy. Don't be sitting around waiting. Don't be sitting there pining and wishing they'd come back. Love yourself more than that. Please love yourself more than that. You are telling the universe that you are worth less because you have to wait for some asshole to come back to you. Don't do that to yourself. This is for Karen on YouTube. I'm going to pull a card for you, my love. Thank you for patiently waiting. Go get my heal course and do the work. Help yourself. You are so much more worthy than waiting and pining for someone to come back to you, whether you're a man or a woman. Karen, need and necessity, my love. So this is about finding balance and really recognizing that abundance truly means that you will always have everything that you need, not necessarily that you want, but really finding the balance between what it is that you think you need and what you think you like and what you want. Like, get really clear about that. This is just a card of balance. So that was for Karen. Thank you guys for the gifts. Will I move by the end of April? Yes. I took a huge exam on Monday. Did I pass? Yes. You're very welcome. You're so welcome, Karen. Thank you for being here. Joy, have I found my soulmate? Not yet. So someone's asking if someone's their soulmate. Here's how you know if they're your soulmate. It's pretty simple. They are going to, there will be no confusion in the relationship. You won't be confused where you stand in the relationship. There will be no confusion. You will know where you stand. They will communicate. They will show effort. You will feel complete when you are with them. When you are in their energy, you will feel complete. You will feel at peace. If you don't feel those things, he's not your soulmate. But you got to remember, we have 7, according to the guides, we have 7 soulmates, and not all of them are romantic. Will Colin and I get back together? No. If you want a card, just put your first name and then dash, I'd like a card. Lori said some people have depression and it's hard for them. I'm not sure what, you are referring to. Okay, we have a We have a paid mini read coming in. So let me pull that up. I always get the weirdest songs when I do this. Like the past couple of days, it's been Dark as Shane. Dark as Shane. Karen Tucker. Can you wave at me and let me know that you're here, and then drop your question, and I'll see what else comes through for you. I don't know where Karen is. Mini reads are a minimum $15 donation, depending on where you're at. Karen Tucker. Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Thank you for telling me that, because I was like, Okay. Will you drop your question that you have for the guides, and then I can pull whatever else wants to come through for you as well, Karen? If you guys can hold off on your asking for your free yes or no's or card pulls, I'll get back to that as soon as I am done with Karen's reading. Payment is through Venmo or Cash App preferred, but there's PayPal is also in there. And then just let me know that you donated and where you donated, and you'll get prioritized. Oh, you were giving for the card. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's just see what comes through for you, Karen. I thought you might have had a question. All right. Karen, I'm going to pull a few cards for you too, but there is a lot of changes going on inside of you right now. They make me feel like there is a complete, the way they say it, a state of being. So there's like a big state of being change that you're going through, from the way that you see things, including yourself, the way that you speak and act in the world, and just your state of being. Like you are trusting more, you are really starting to get to know who you are more. And so there's just this big transformation taking place for you that feels really, really good for you. I also feel like there is a couple of opportunities. Like you always have opportunities, but these feel very specific and particular for you coming up over the summer. So be open to that. I feel like these opportunities are with somebody else. So to do a project or some type of event or something like that. So I do feel like you have some fun things ahead of you as well. I'm going to clear your energy field. As a physical medium, I transmute very easily for people. So if I belch or cough or I'm clearing your energy. I don't know. Are you confused, Karen? Are you like in a weird transitory space? Which is so funny according to the card that just came out. It just feels like because you're in that transformation, you're in that in-between space, like you might be feeling a little bit of confusion or feeling a little bit lost. And they want you to know that you're never disconnected, you're never lost, you're never alone, and things will become clearer. By the end of this month, early next month, you're going to have some major clarity about some things. So see the signs. This kind of goes along with what I was telling you when I said that I felt like you were confused. I feel like there are signs around you, that there's synchronicities. There are things that are reminding you that you're not alone, that are helping to guide you. That the biggest thing they keep saying is like, you are right where you're supposed to be. You're not lost. You're not disconnected. You're right where you're supposed to be. So if you can just kind of make the best of the situation that you're in, allow yourself to let go and flow, and know that things will start moving and become clearer and more defined as you go. But the more mindful you can be, the more signs that you're going to see that. And those signs not necessarily always mean that like literal, like some people, just because they see a cardinal or butterfly, they think it's a loved one, or if they see 333, they have to go look it up. Sometimes you're just getting a bunch of signs and synchronicities to remind you that you're not alone. This card right here, this is a card of just detaching from the meaning, detaching from the outcome, detaching from taking things real personally, and really just giving yourself a lot of grace and a lot of self-love right now as you go through this transformation. So this is really like, again, the cards just back up exactly what I was already saying. And so I'm curious, are you going through anything right now, Karen? Are you feeling lost or confused? I'm going to pull you one more card. Overall, your energy feels really good. I just feel like over the next 4 to 6 weeks, there's just a lot of things that need to be sorted out with you. See, transmutation. And we're getting the same cards. Like, this is insane. We have a big collective of people here who are going through the same thing. So this is a card of transmutation. So there's a lot of density being cleared inside of you and around you in your life. And this is good because it's making space. It's making space for all the good to come in, all the light to consume and take over you. But that's what the guides have for you, Karen. So I'm interested to know how you receive that. We have someone else who sent a Venmo. We're in a tornado warning, and there's kids running around, or a tornado watch. There's kids driving around the neighborhood in their quads. So funny. Just not a care in the world. Okay, we have 2 mini reads that came in. Michelle and Olivia. I got signs of multiple numbers all the time. The confusion is about between doctor and whether to get surgery as I'm trying to alternative methods. Well, in that case, what I would tell you is, so one, you seeing numbers all the time or signs all the time, again, that's just them reminding you that you are not alone, that you are always protected and guided. As for your question about your doctor and whether to get surgery, it's really about you trusting in you, like what feels good for you. There are times when the guides will say that a physical surgery or a physical thing is necessary because of what's manifested into form. When something manifests into form, then we often do need physical interaction. But there are times when things can be healed alternatively. And a lot of that comes simply from the belief and the surrender that you're going to be okay, and letting go of whatever may be holding on that's creating the manifestation in the first place. And so you just have to ask yourself what feels right to you. And so I like to sit and meditate. And then when I'm done meditating, I ask my body, What is my yes? Like, I know what yes and no means in my body. So if you don't, you want to start with that first. And then you want to sit and say, do we need surgery? Yes or no? Or can we go with the alternative method? The guides don't seem to think that surgery is necessary for you at this point. But I'm always, anything that comes down to that with medical, I'm always going to tell you to trust in you over what I say, and what resonates for you. Because while that may be true, it's whatever you believe is going to be what dictates in your body. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, we have a whole bunch of readings that have come, donations that have come in for readings. So let me write them all down and then we'll get started with those. Okay, so first up we have Olivia. And you're very welcome, Karen. I hope everything goes well for you. Olivia, go ahead and drop your question. And then we have Michelle, and then we have Mary. Hi, Olivia. There she is. Does Riley want to get back together? No. Will Kevin come back to me? No. Move on, guys. Don't chase them. I'd like to know what my guides are bringing through and if they're trying to send me anything. Well, your guides are going to tell you anything else you want to know anyway, or what's most important. So if you have a specific question, this is your opportunity to ask it. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you whatever they bring through. Okay? That's how that works. All right. So let me connect to your field. Olivia, you have a huge field of energy that's really working hard on opening up your heart and expanding your self-awareness and your ability to receive. I don't know if that's something that you have struggled with in the past, but they're really wanting you to open up into the flow and be able to receive. There's two other major things that I'm feeling with you right off the bat. One is that it may be hard for you to stay grounded right now because I can feel the energy, the cosmic waves moving through you. And so that tells me that you're someone who's here to anchor light onto the planet. And so your vessel is used a lot of the time to anchor these huge cosmic waves that come through. And it literally feels like water pouring out the bottom of my feet, which is my symbol for somebody who's here to anchor light. And it's just one of the many things that you signed up to do when you chose this life. You also may be having headaches or soreness on the head or crown. There's also an expansion going on in your crown chakra. So again, coming back to your ability to receive. This is the message that seems to be is your ability to receive. So they're expanding how much light you can receive. Light is also information. So if you ever get the little tingles on the top of your head, those are downloads. Whenever you feel the tingles on the head, that is downloads. That is information coming into your crown chakra. It's different than the way it feels when light comes in. And so when you're getting those, sometimes you know what's coming through and you'll have an awareness, and oftentimes it's more of a seeding and the aha moment comes later. But you're definitely going through a level of awakening right now and with the expansion of yourself and your awareness. You do have two guides that are pretty prominent around you right now. Both of them, actually one of them is Pleiadian. It's 7th dimensional Pleiadian. And the other one is a celestial. So that means that you are a starseed. You are somebody who was seated here. You are somebody who is connected to the interdimensional realms. And so that's something fun for you to know, because Eventually, at some point in your life, if you haven't already, you'll start to have those experiences where you connect to those versions of you, because that's what it is. Those are versions of you. So that's really cool. All tracks. Okay, good. Let's see what else, if there's anything else. They just keep talking about, are you struggling with receiving? Like, is it hard for you to receive compliments? Is it hard for you to receive gifts? Or do you feel like you have to do something in order to receive? Like, it feels like there's some blocks around you receiving. It just feels like it's like it's hard for them to give you what you're asking for. I've been told I meant to receive, but it's very hard to keep my energy open. I've been closed off for so long. Yeah. So that makes sense, right? Because this is in the Pleiadians, by the way, the Pleiadians are really good at working to open your heart chakra, because you have to have an open heart. You have to have an open energy field in order to receive. So when we don't want to open up, when we're blocked, it's like there's energy all around us, right? There's all these things around us, but it just can't get to us. So whatever's blocking you is what we need to work on. It's the grounding. My nervous system gets shot if I'm not grounded. Yeah. And so when you're grounded, you're present. So I want you to hear me when I say that. When you're grounded, you're in the now moment. So you really have to pay attention to when you're in your head and bring yourself back into your body. Because what it feels like to me is fear. It feels like there's fear in your nervous system. There's anxiety in your nervous system, meaning anxiety is just an abundance of energy. That's all anxiety is, that you're taking personally. And so you're feeling all of that energy that's coming in from all the beings around you and the light pouring through, and your nervous system is having a reaction. And it can, what I call short circuit. I'm one of those people, I anchor light to. And so it can short circuit your nervous system. And so it's really, really important that you spend as much time outside as you can and just being present as you can, being in your body, doing things that connect you to it. So you can start with working with my free course, Heal. It's a course in radical forgiveness and self-love. It might help you to remove some of those blocks. But if you really want to go into this, I would definitely check out the Energy Matrix, because it's going to teach you how to regulate and manage your energy, which if you are connected to light beings, that is something that you really need to work on. It will also teach you how to repair your etheric field. It'll teach you how to channel energy properly. It will help clear any densities. It will help you learn how to channel your own Akashic records, all of the things, right? It was a 9-month course originally, so it's a ton of content. Just some suggestions. Obviously, you do with that what you want. But if you can just take the time to start working with your body and being in your body and being in the present moment, that will help. But there's some big blocks that we want to help you to clear, to really open up to receive, because I feel like you have so much around you and they're like, we're trying, we're trying. Your energy is so sensitive. So if you're sick because your energy is so sensitive, you really need the Energy Matrix. The Energy Matrix will be transformational for you, or working with me in private mentorship. If you want to work with somebody instead of just a course, there's that option too. And if it's not me, find someone that you do resonate with, right? I'm not the end all be all here. I'm just going to offer you some resources that would help. But yeah, being super sensitive and getting sick all the time is a sign of not knowing how to manage your energy. And that used to be me. And I got a crash course in how to do that. So a lot of people come to me to learn that, but that's what we have for you, my love. But they're trying so hard to give you all the things that you've been asking for. And, it's all around you. We just got to get you to open up, okay? You're so welcome. You have beautiful energy and you're very connected. So don't lose hope. You just have to learn how to manage your energy, okay? All right, so that was for Olivia. Michelle, you are up next. And then we have Mary after that. Will Nathan and I align in love and get married? We are very connected and our bond is strong. Okay, so you're not currently on no contact, right? It's weird the stones that I want to pick up when I read for certain people. Let me write down Nathan's name so I have him and can look at the contract. Okay, Michelle, let's see. Let's see what you and Nathan got going on. Okay, so Michelle. Yes, I can. Anytime I'm reading your energy or reading your path, I'm reading especially if you're asking about a person, I am reading the contract. I'm reading the contract, I'm reading your path together. Michelle, okay, you and Nathan have had 7, you currently, all lives are concurrent. They're never past or future. So there's 7 lives in total that you and him are together. So yes, you have a very deep soul connection. That is why it feels so impactful and so strong and powerful when you guys are together. I do see you guys getting married. I do see this being a very long, not easy. Okay. It's not going to be easy. But you guys have a very strong bond. And so communication and understanding, they make me feel like over these 7 lives that they're being very specific. 3 things that you guys are really working on learning about. They don't like to call it healing because they don't think that we have anything to heal, but we come here and we do want to experience certain things and we want to learn about ourselves, right? This whole experience is about the mirror. That's why we don't even really have duality. It's like triality, right? Because there's one extreme, another extreme, and then there's the middle, right? So it's not even truly duality anymore, that we have to really change our mind frame about understanding that. But it is about understanding the mirror of why we created this experience, and all relationships and circumstances and things are going to be a mirror for you. So you learn from each other. So there's 3 specific things that over these 7 lives that you guys are trying to learn. And this is just one of the lives that you are in. I actually feel like the roles are reversed in a few of those as well, which is an interesting dynamic for you guys. But I really want to preface communication. So really being honest and open about what you need and what you feel and where you are from a place of ownership. I feel, I think, blah, blah, like that way, and really being clear about that. And then things will be a lot smoother. But I feel like it's a really good connection. Aside from that, I do want to say there's a couple of other things that are showing up for you that I really want to bring to your attention. One is I got my symbol for feeling stuck or frozen. So is there an area in your life where you feel stuck or frozen right now that you're not moving forward with? And then the other thing is there's you have an overactive root, which means that there may be excessive anxiety, excessive worry, excessive fear, or needing to control circumstances. That's not serving you. It can also mean you're doing too much. And so the message is slow down, Be mindful, be in your body, be in the now moment. Everything that you need to work on, look at, deal with is going to show up right in front of you. And that's all you ever need to do and worry about is what's showing up right in front of you, okay? So that's the big thing right there, because that's going to help you. Let me see if I can find your comments. Is there an area in your life where you're feeling stuck or frozen, Michelle? I'm stagnant in sharing my gifts. Yes. Why are you stagnant in sharing your gifts? I didn't even see your username as Clairvoyant Healer, Shelley, due to anxiety. Okay. But what is that? Anxiety is just an abundance of energy that you're taking personally. So what if it's not anxiety at all? What if all the energy that you're feeling is actually loved ones or deities or interdimensional beings that you're feeling, and instead your nervous system is interpreting it as a scary threat instead of you realizing, oh, this means that there's energy all around me wanting to communicate with me. I get caught up in what I pick up. Yeah. Okay. So you are a perfect example for what I was just talking about with Olivia, right? And one of the things that I preach about as someone who has and does teach people how to work with their gifts, opening up your gifts and utilizing your gifts when you don't know how to manage your energy, when you don't have good energetic boundaries, is not healthy, because then you open yourself up in a state of fear, which then just exacerbates everything. So you would be another really good candidate for the Energy Matrix or for private mentorship. If that's something that calls to you, you want to read about it, check it out, it's there. But what I really want you to focus on is changing your belief. When you feel the energy, let's just start with there. When you feel the energy around you, if you can simply say to yourself, this is an abundance of energy. There's nothing here that's actually trying to kill me or attack me or scare me. It's just an abundance of energy. And take some deep breaths and go, who's here? Start communicating and listening. I know your thing says you're clairvoyant, but you are very clairsentient, and you also are clairaudient. So I really want you to start working with your other senses as well, not just, and I'm sure you don't just work with your clairvoyance, but just in case you are, I want you to know that as well. So, and again, whether it's with me or somebody else, like, please learn how to manage your energy, learn how to have good energetic boundaries, learn how to repair your auric field, learn how to turn your gifts down and up when they need to be. Like, these are the keys to set yourself free. Because I'm an extrovert, and when I went through my awakening and when all my gifts opened at once, I was like, holy crap, I can't go anywhere. I would go to a restaurant and I would have my hands on the table and the table would be shaking. And my husband at the time would be like, what is going on? And it'd be like, I'm not doing anything. It's all the spirits around me. There would be so much energy around me that my whole body would shake and convulse. And I had to learn how to control that, because it takes over your freaking life. So that's what we have for you, my love. And Julie's on here. I'm a client and she's awesome and helps in so many ways. Thank you, my love. Hi, how are you doing? And so just know that I want you to just stick with that. Stick with that, okay? Stick with that, Michelle, with working with your energy, and just start with that one little mindset reframe. When you feel the energy, just changing the meaning of it. It will take time and consistency, but that's what's going to help. It's just literally be like, oh my gosh, this is just an abundance of energy. That's all it is, just energy. It's just energy. I wonder who's here. Get curious and see how that starts to shift and change it a little bit, okay? But yes, you and Nathan look really great together too. So I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. And thank you for trusting me with your energy. And again, if you read about private mentorship and it calls to you, book a free consultation call and we can talk about what we could do together and see if we're a good fit. And if not, check out the Energy Matrix or find someone else that does resonate for you, okay? But just, I want you to get some help. Olivia, I saw that you donated again. I got your name down, love. Okay, we have Mary next. Mary, if you can let me know that you are here. Where did I get what training, my love? On what thing? I need guidance for my next job and where my relationship is going. Okay. All right. Taurus Girl 44. I just wanted to get your username plugged in here. The ones that opened you up. So mine opened up on their own. So my awakening started in 2008, and in between 2013 and 2015, every single one of my clairs opened up all at once, and it was due to trauma. I wrote a whole book about it. It's called Holy Grail. It's on YouTube. It's linked in my bio. I wrote a whole book about how my gifts opened up all at once. And I did not have a lot of training from people. I had only a couple of mentors. I learned really fast on my own and with the guidance that was coming through from the guides, because I'm a channeler. And that's what I talk about in the book, is what I did to really help myself. So most of it is self-taught. I did have one in particular amazing mentor that helped me with working with the interdimensional beings, and really working with energy. Other than that, I'm Reiki certified, though Reiki is a gateway drug to learning how to deal with energy, because the symbols are like training wheels. And once you realize you don't need the symbols, that kind of goes out the window. So I don't know if that helps you, but I am trained in DNA activation and restructuring. So I am trained in understanding how to restructure someone's energy as well. Okay. Oh, nothing to be sorry about, Rebecca. Everything meant to happen for a reason, and that's just the way it happens. Okay. We're going to put the pause on the questions and focus on Mary real fast here. Mary, I'm clearing a little bit of your energy. If I cleared your energy today during a reading, please drink lemon water. You have a lot of energy in your hips that's wanting to be set free, Mary. The sky does not look good. Okay, I'm just going to say this really fast. If I jump off, it's because we've lost power or there's a tornado. Just so you know, I'll come back. But I have to keep an eye on the weather because it's eerily calm right now, and that is not a good sign. Okay. So Mary, with you, hold on. God, they're wanting to talk about stuff that is not what you want to talk about. So let me try to focus on your question. What was your question? Oh my God, you guys, it's so eerie right now. Where's her question? Guidance on my next job. Okay. So the relationship part, Mary, the relationship feels like it is going to end up being a long-term relationship. It does have a future. I don't know if you have, I want you to be more specific because I feel like there's so much that could come through on either one of those topics. With the relationship, where it's going, that was your question. It feels like it's going towards partnership or commitment or marriage. What I don't know, that can be, those three things are synonymous, right? Because marriage is more of a human thing that we do. It's a legal business contract. And so it feels like commitment. It feels like long term in that way. With your job, can you be more specific about what you want to know about the job? Because this is where it gets a little convoluted. So I need a little bit more from you as to what you're looking for, wanting to know. And while you're putting, I was just laid off and had okay, that's why now it makes more sense. I was just laid off and had an interview and want to know if I got the job. Okay, because I felt like you didn't have a job. So I was like, I'm confused. Doesn't feel like you have a job. Okay. Yes, you're going to get that job. You're going to get that job. Okay. Interestingly enough, though, while I think that this is a good job for you, yes, Jasmine, I'll be right with you, hon. While I feel like this is a good job for you, I don't feel like you're going to be there for a long time. I feel like there's going to be, I feel like you'll be there for a while, maybe a year at the most. And then it feels like you kind of shift gears completely and go into something totally different, and just do like a 180. So don't focus on that right now. I just got a little excited about that because that I could feel, but it wasn't right now. And I was like, it doesn't feel like she has a job right now. So that makes sense. But yes, I feel like you are going to get this job, which would be really good for you. And your relationship feels really good. You are clearing a lot of energy from your hips. There is a lot of stuck energy in your hips. And there's also a big change going on in your perception, which is the way that you see the world, the way that you see yourself. They're also telling me you either are or about to start working on your worth, meaning knowing your worth, what you are worth, knowing your power, and being more confident and being more assertive in that way, speaking and acting from a place of worth and knowledge. Because they make me feel like right now you kind of lean back, you kind of you kind of dim yourself a little bit or try to put yourself, like, make yourself fit into parameters when you don't need to do that. You just need to be completely yourself. Does that make sense? Do you understand what we're saying there? The payment options for the $15 are linked in my bio. They're in my tip jar. I prefer Cash App or Venmo, but PayPal is there as well. Does that make sense, Mary? What we said? You came from a toxic work situation. And that makes sense. You know, you are a product of the 5 people you surround yourself with, and maybe that's why they're saying, like, now you're going to start working on your worth and stepping into your power. But that is a focus. Like, we really want you, because you can be in a toxic environment and you can have really good boundaries and you can be like, I don't allow people to talk to me this way. It doesn't matter if you're my boss or a coworker. Like, I don't allow myself to be spoken to this way. I don't allow myself to be treated this way. I am a grown adult and I'm going to communicate, and I feel like that is something that you will be able to do. And so, but yes, if you're in a toxic environment long enough, like, it's going to have an effect on you, right? I did it, but I paid the price. Well, not really, because if you did that and now you're fired, I mean, they did you a favor, right? So you're no longer in a place where you're not supposed to be. The new place is going to be a much better environment for you, for sure. But again, we want you to, they're bringing that up for a reason, right? So just hear us when you say that, and look at it in any ways that you can really allow yourself to be 100% who you are. Like, we should never have to change who we are in other environments. Or around other people. We should never have to drown ourselves or dim ourselves or be someone that we're not. And we definitely never have to take disrespect. So I feel like good things are coming for you. I think it's going to be a really great year for you, hon. And even after that, I see some really good changes for you. But do also hear us when we say there's some energy healing from or clearing from your hips. So if you can do hip opening exercises, if you can do some yoga or some stretching, that will be really helpful to kind of open up and let some of that energy out too, okay? But drink some lemon water because we did clear some of your field today. I'm going to do Olivia next in just a second. Jasmine, may I ask if any of the jobs I applied for will call me this new week coming? I'm scared because I'm struggling financially. Jasmine, yes, I do feel like you're going to get a call back on at least one of them, if not two. But I really want you to hear me when I say, even if you are struggling financially and you are in lack, if you can tell yourself, hey, I have a lack of abundance, that means I'm abundant. You have to start retraining the way that you see your situation and convincing yourself that you are abundant, and it will be so much better for you, okay? But I also want to say, I think the job that you end up taking, Jasmine, is a stepping stone. I feel like something even better is going to come after that, okay? I'm going to pull a card for you as well. Heed your dreams. Heed your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, Jasmine, because you're getting messages in your dreams, okay? So even if it's a color of a car that stands out that you remember, or a number or an animal, all of those things have meaning and messages, okay? So I'm sending you so much love. Okay. Oh, good. I'm so glad you received that. All right, Olivia. Did something come in a meditation? A big, beautiful eye blinking. Did you see a big, beautiful eye, Julie, in your meditation? Is that what you're telling me? What did this person say? I missed it. Where'd it go? Am I a fool? I don't see any tip jar or your username on your bio. So if you double click I don't know, I think it's down here. If you double click my photo, it should take you to my profile where you can look at my whole page. It'll be the circle, my bio, and a bunch of links. You want to click on the link that says Podia in it. And then the first thing you should see is tip jar. I'm wondering if you can look into my soul contract with Ethan. Okay, what are you wanting to know about Ethan? You're very welcome, Jasmine. Let me write down his name. I think I saw another donation come in, so let me check that and write that down too. Since these are mini reads, the more specific you can be about what you want to know, the better off it will be. Okay. What's your future look like, or purpose? Okay, we're going to do a reading for Olivia right now. All right, apparently we're clearing more of your energy. Give me a second. Okay. So Ethan is a karmic relationship. Karmic relationships are what we call, karma is basically the law of cause and effect. Karma is not what people think it is. Karma is whatever state of being you are in and whatever you are emanating, it can come back. It's reflected back to us, right? And that's how it reflected back to us in our relationships of what we call it. Perfect example would be when you can't see your worth, but you are in a good space and a good energy, and someone comes into your life and reflects how worthy you are and treats you really well. It can also be shown in a way of where you don't feel like you're worthy and you feel like you have to give everything and you have to provide everything and that you have to do all the things. And then you attract in a relationship that takes advantage of you, who is manipulative, who you have to change who you are, that type of thing. So Ethan is a karmic relationship. I do feel like this is a healthy karmic relationship, if we're going to call it that, because I feel like this one is actually reflecting back to you some really good things. And there's so much for the two of you to learn from each other. I did ask if you were currently having multiple lives together, and they said 5. So there's 5 congruent lives that you guys are working with right now. Karmic cannot turn into a soulmate. Soulmate is a soulmate is a soulmate. Those are very different. But that's from what I channel. Anything's possible, so I'm not the end all be all. But for you, I feel like that both of you are here to work on communication. And I also feel like it is also about your guys' worth, really standing in your worth. And they're saying being able to ask for what you need. So that's the communication piece, like being able to be vulnerable enough to say, this is what I need from you. And this is how this is what I am desiring in a relationship, and then opening the floor up to them and working on it. What I will say about karmic relationships, they can be very long lasting, healthy relationships. When 2 people come together and decide that they're going to do the healing work, you can be and last in a karmic relationship for a long time. I don't think karmic relationships are bad. I feel like they're very healing because they're meant to have us return back to ourselves. A lot of people mistake these for twin flames. Everything is a twin. Anything can be a twin flame. Anyone can be a twin flame, because all a twin flame is somebody mirroring something back to you to help you come into union with yourself. So everything around you is always trying to help you to make peace with yourself, to accept yourself, to come into union with yourself and not need somebody outside of you. And this is what that means, Olivia. So for you and Ethan, this is a karmic relationship. I do feel like it will last quite a good amount of time. And I feel like it's going to be very healing for you. But it's really about you guys working on your ability to communicate vulnerably, to share whatever's on your heart, and to really be open to that. But I do see that this being or turning into a committed relationship for quite some time. So do you have any questions about that? But like I said, you guys are concurrently living 5 different lives right now. Is Ashley Marie, I did receive a donation from, so I do have you written down. Do we have soulmates we're meant to be meeting otherwise? Yes, we all have 7 soulmates, according to the guides I channel, right? So it's a collective that I'm channeling. So 7 soulmates. Not all of them are romantic partnerships, but we do have some that are romantic as well. Like, would you want to spend your life with a karmic? So here's the thing, and this is why when people ask, is this person my soulmate? Is this person whatever? The guides don't like to answer that, because every relationship is valuable. Every relationship is important. And you are with your soulmate right now. There is a life that you are living right now where you are with your soulmate. So we have to remember that it isn't just about this life. We're an infinite being, and it's an endless game. There's no time limit. So you will be with your person and are currently with your person. And whether you meet them and be with them in this life, right, doesn't always happen. But you being with people who are karmic, there's nothing wrong with that. Those relationships are the ones that evolve us the most. So they're very important, very important. So I wouldn't ask yourself if being with someone is a bad thing like that. It's definitely not a bad thing. It's teaching you something. And again, you can have a very long, healthy relationship with a karmic. But is he your soulmate? No. But it doesn't mean that he's not worthy of being in a relationship with, because I think that, from the way that I can read the contract, he has great energy. You're very, very welcome. Okay. Okay. Then we have Ashley. Hello. Is it Noah? Or I can't. I'm blind too. Anyway, hi. Okay, we have Ashley next, and then I will get back to doing some free questions. My future partner, when will I meet him to build a family? Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do Ashley, and then if we don't have any other donations, we'll get back to doing some free yes or no's and card pulls, okay? And over here too, so if you're showing up on YouTube, you can put your first name if you'd like a card, or your first name and what your question is for a yes or no, and I will get to it shortly. Okay. Okay, sorry that took a while. You have really nice energy, by the way, Ashley. Sometimes sitting in someone's energy, I just feel all the things, and it just kind of, I forget that I'm sitting here. Okay. Future partner. Feels like November, fall time that you're going to meet this person. And it was interesting. It was very specific. You're going to have 2 children. So there's 2 children that are going to be from that person. And that will be the person that you marry. And I feel like, again, it feels fall time. I keep hearing November, but hold that with a grain of salt. I don't really trust the timing when guides give it, because they don't understand linear time. So, but it does feel like fall, a little crisper in the air. And I feel like he's going to have dark hair. Other than that, I don't get any other attributes or where you're going to meet him. Other than I want to tell you, like, get out and go to events. especially when that time frame comes around. And you may even meet him before then in like crossing, like you might like, when you finally meet him, you'll be like, I think I've met you before. I think I've seen you before. It's going to be like that kind of vibe. But like, they make me feel like just, you need to get out and go to events, like more community events, more local things, like to put yourself out there. I don't feel like you're going to meet him on an app or anything like that. I feel like you're going to meet him out and about. And so be open when you go out and do things, like for it, you know, open where people would feel like they could approach you. Obviously be safe, but you know, those types of things. So it does feel like, it's, I don't know, I kind of get giggly and smiley when I think about the time that you guys meet, because it just feels like it's not all butterfly and sacral. I always tell people butterflies are not a good sign. You want to drown them bitches. Butterflies are always a sign of a karmic relationship. Always. Anything that entices your sacral is very much a karmic. This is going to feel like heart expansion. It's going to feel like, you know, when you see a dog or a baby and your heart just opens wide open and you're like, oh my God, like it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like that. So, but I get a little like, oh my God, like I can see the moment that you guys meet and it like, just look at me. I'm like all giddy and like lit up. It's going to be like that. So I'm really excited for you. But yeah, this November, it feels like you're going to have 2 kids and it feels like that you will have a beautiful relationship. Like nothing's easy, right? It's never going to be easy. Yeah. I actually think he's close to your age. I don't know if he's older or younger. He just feels around the same age as you. So it wouldn't, I mean, it could be off by a couple of years one way or another. I don't feel like he's younger. So if he's older, it's only by a couple of years because you guys feel pretty close in age. That feels really good. Yeah, and don't get stuck on giving birth to 2 kids, okay? You could adopt 2 children. I'm not seeing you give birth, and so I always want to clarify that. I just see you have 2 children. So however that happens, you have 2 children. I know people who have gotten pregnant in their late 40s, early 50s. So it's possible, but I see 2 children. That's the important thing that I want to cross over, okay? Because they're not, whenever I say that, it doesn't mean that you give birth. It could be, I'm not saying that won't happen. I see 2 children. So, but that's what we have for you, my love. I hope that is helpful. And if I'm still around and you're still around, and you come back when you meet him, okay? You come back. Because I get people all the time who come back and they tell me all the time, this happened, like you said. I love hearing that. So please come back and tell me. Okay. That was Ashley. We have, I'm going to butcher your name and I don't like it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to butcher your name. Maek. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Maek. Is that how you say it? Mahek. Okay. I'm sorry. I hate butchering names. Like, what the heck? Mahek. Okay. Okay. Best, easiest way for me to make money outside of my job. Okay. Growing your audience. Let's see, my love. Are you Hawaiian? Or Samoan? Pakistani, really. I would have the name, I don't know, it made me feel like that indigenous Hawaiian energy. Okay. I'm going to clear some of your field. Where did her thing go? Oh, it's over here. Growing your audience in business. Okay. So the thing that I saw for you, Mahek, is one, I assume your business is something that's spiritual or heart-based because it felt very heart-based. Is that correct? It feels very heart-based work. Yes. Okay. I see you in circle. So I don't know what you do now. I see you in community circle. I see you in community gatherings. I see you in community events. They make me feel like word of mouth is super important for you and just connecting and engaging. Not the online portion is there, yes, and you're like the business in general online can grow and be, but I feel like you've got to infuse yourself in the community or bring the community into you. Does that make sense? Like if you have the space in your home to do in-home events and invite people in to do circles, things like that, I feel like it's going to be word of mouth that gets around, that really starts like getting people interested. So if you don't have an online presence, you should get an online presence, because then you can refer people to your website. But there's something about record. I don't know. Is it like paranormal work that you're doing? Like it doesn't feel like normal, regular work. I don't know if you're doing like mediumship circles or something like that, but they're wanting you to record the events that you do, like the in-person events. They're wanting you to record that. You are cut out. I don't know. Can you hear me now? My internet's still good, so I should be here. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay. They're wanting you to record, like, so doing the in-person events, right? Whether that's in your home or out in a studio. Yoga studios are great. Crystal shops are great for doing that. So I feel like you're going to have a combination of the two, but they're wanting you to record those events and save those, because people can purchase the replays. So that's one way to increase revenue as well in your business. They also make me feel like you've already created content that you're not taking advantage of, that there's other places that content could go. So look for alternative places to place content. I'm not saying this is for you, but for example, like I have a whole meditation library on YouTube. I have a meditation library on my website that people can purchase. And I have a combination of both of those things on Insight Timer. I also do free courses on Insight Timer. And that brings in, automatic revenue every month. I write blogs and put them on Medium and Elephant Journal, and I get paid from those. So it's like, I feel like it's for you right now, it's about networking, but they really want you to start with the in-person networking. So again, go around to your community and neighboring communities, neighboring cities, and go to every yoga studio, every crystal shop, and see how you can make connections, how you can host events, how you can offer your services. And that's going to introduce people to you. That's going to drive people to your website. That's going to create that effect. And it is going to take a little time to build, but they're saying if you can be consistent with this, it will grow very rapidly. Just stay. I'm sure you guys can't hear that. We got some major thunder. I'm going to close paid readings right now. If anybody wants a mini, this is your last chance because the weather's getting pretty bad. So it's the links in my bio for Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. Okay, so it's doing those in-person things and building those connections and referring back, and it will, as long as you can stay consistent, it will build. It will build. Stay heart-centered. Do you work with the Pleiadians? Are you aware of who you're working with? So tell me what you do in your business, because I know it's heart-centered, but tell me what you do, because I feel the Pleiadians stepping forward, and I don't know what you do in your business or how you work. And so I always work with interdimensional. So if there's somebody that has an interdimensional connection that needs to be known, they always step forward through me. And so I'm curious as to what you do and how you work. Oh my gosh. I'm a breathwork facilitator and just starting to offer chakra readings. Okay, good. So let me just tell you this. This makes a whole lot more sense now. When you're doing breathwork things, record it, right? Like it said, make sure everybody has the permission that they can be on recording, or you can kind of blur them out or put an emoji over their face. One, you can use it for promotional purposes, right? On TikTok, on YouTube, on other social medias, you can use it for like examples and creating video advertising and posts. But two, if you can offer, because let me just tell you, not enough people do this. And there's one gentleman that I'm always referring people to for breath work because they're the only connection that I have. So one, let me follow you back because I would like to connect with you. So let me follow you back just so I don't lose you. Two, find your best, like when you're doing the live breathwork sessions, if you can be connected to a clean mic that's recording what you're doing, where it's a clear audio, and then sell that where people can do it on their own at home, even if it's $20, right? There's so many times where I can't go to an in-person breathwork event or my clients can't. And they're like, isn't there something I can just do at home? It's not the same, I know, as doing it in person. But if you can give that, you're going to provide a service that not many people are providing for, is to be able to. Please don't ask your question more than one time. I'm in the middle of a reading. Thank you. So think about doing something like that where it's something that people can purchase a version of it to where they can do it on their own time as well. And doing the chakra readings and doing things like that out in events or in your home or whatever it is that you're doing will be really helpful. But I feel like this is the beginning for you. This is the beginning. So again, the Pleiadians are stepping forward. The Pleiadians are heart-centered, interdimensional beings that love to open up the heart chakra. They work through the heart chakra. So even if just listening to this and me telling you this can shift something for you, the next time you're doing a chakra reading or even doing breath work, inside of your head, even set the intention to call in the 9th dimensional Pleiadian collective and ask them to work with everybody in the room to open their heart chakra and allow for their energy to flow fluidly through their column of light. This will go up on YouTube in the next 48 hours. So you can go back and write this down and listen, just figure out your time and you can find it. It'll be on my TikTok playlist. But if you can set that intention and start doing that every time that you're working with anybody, I feel like you're going to start to connect to them even more. And I would also invite you to meditate for at least 7 days in a row and set the intention. Just listen to like binary beats, hemi-sync meditation or drum track, no words. And set the intention, say, I set the intention to connect to the 9th dimensional Pleiadian collective and only the 9th dimensional Pleiadian collective, to understand and feel their energy and my connection to them so that we can work together. So it be ×3. And then when you're done meditating, journal, write everything out. Did you smell something? Did you feel a sensation in your body? Did you get a flush? Did you see colors? Did you get messages? Just be curious, okay? It's not always going to be big and in your face. And just write whatever came through. Don't let the ego analyze it. Just write down anything that showed up for you. And then after 7 days, see if there is a correlation. Like you can see something that runs all the way through. Does that make sense? I let that dream go a little because I thought it'd be too hard. When I first moved to Florida, I really wanted to do in-person events in my home. Well, you're not, this is, okay. This is exactly why you had to have this reading. Because you don't need to let that dream go. You just need to believe in yourself. You know, even if it's 2 people, it's 2 people. It will grow, but you have to go to neighboring communities. You have to start putting out flyers, inviting people. You need to go on Facebook, create a live event. Go on Meetup, create a live event. You just have to start putting yourself in these other areas and making word of mouth connections. And then this will start to grow again. But again, record your events. Use that for promotional material. You can put information over it and use it as reels. You can also sell one of your breathwork packages as a DIY. It's not going to be as potent as an in-person event, but it's still residual income that can come in that people can buy at any time. So these are things that you asked for, and that's the guidance that came through for you. So I'm so happy for you, and I'm so glad that we were able to connect you to your Pleiadian team, and I hope that you take that advice to heart and you start to work with it. Okay? All right. Let me check the weather real fast and make sure that I'm not in a tornado warning. My roommates don't pay attention to the weather, and so they just live in their little oblivion. One of 2. Where's the second one? We're in a flood warning. Okay, we're not in a tornado warning. Yeah, Olivia, you can just ask another question. All right, let me scroll back and see if I can answer some free questions. Is Amma thinking about me? No contact for a while, but lately he's been popping into my head. So I don't have permission to read other people's energy, but what I can tell you that if someone keeps popping up in your head, usually that means that you guys are thinking about each other, or that they're thinking about you, and that's why it's popping up for you. I don't feel like it's not worth. I don't feel like you guys have a good connection moving forward. So I would just let him go. But yes, you are correct. And thank you for being a new subscriber. I really appreciate that. Is everything going to work out for me? Yes, but not the way that you expect it to. Okay. Yeah, so far we're not in a tornado warning. You're very welcome. Very welcome. We're in a watch. So I'm not in Tornado Alley. Sort of. I'm in Texas. I'm north of Houston. So we're just kind of underneath Tornado Alley. So we don't get as many tornadoes here, but you should see the window. Like, the skies are very ominous, and we are in like a 6-hour window where the scale is 1 to 5. We're in a 3. So 1 to 5 is the warning scale. We're in a 3 today. And it was a 2 yesterday, so it got moved up. So I'm just kind of keep an eye on it because I'm the only one in the house that really does that. I don't do pregnancy readings on these lives. Sorry. I sent a Venmo. Okay, drop your question, my love. Is my connection over for good? Yes, but I'm going to give you what I'm hearing. You have someone else coming for you, but you've got to really start to know your worth and trusting in that worth. Is there a potential for things to grow with Justin and I? There are a couple of paths forward for the two of you. Communication, and the way that you communicate is going to be really important. You have to speak from ownership. I feel, I think, I perceive, I receive through this way. If you guys can get a hold of your communication, you have a shot. Olivia, did you drop your question? I'm feeling called to return to an old job. What do the guides have to say about this? No. I don't even have to ask them. No. They're making me feel like there's a fear that's causing you to want to return to an old job. You don't need to return to an old job. It feels like it's a fear. Let me tune in deeper just to be sure. Can you be specific about can you be specific about the job? Like, give me the name of the company or something specific, because you've had multiple jobs. So give me something specific that I can tune into. Van Garden. Okay, perfect. Thank you. No, answer is still no. That's why I wanted to get a specific name, because I really wanted to see if I was picking up a different job or something. But hold on, I'm trying to block this person. Here we go. Yeah, no. So I'm curious as to why you feel like you should go back there, because I feel like it's more based out of something that your mind is telling you and not something that's aligned for you, which are very different. Will I meet John in person again? No. That's wild. I really felt my intuition pulling me back there. So that's why I'm asking you, how does it come across to you? Maybe you're misconstruing your intuition. Well, I want you to trust you over me, okay? Always go with what you feel like, because maybe there's something there that you need to learn, and that's why you feel like you need to go back. Maybe there's something there that you need to learn about yourself. But if you're asking me from the guide's perspective, it was very clear that it was a no, but that doesn't mean, there's lots of things that the guides have told me not to do, and I've done them anyway. And I learned, right? So you learned something. And so your intuition is always going to be subtle and light. It's going to come out of nowhere. It's not going to make sense all the time. It's going to sometimes feel like incompleteness, but it won't be loud. It won't be repetitive. It won't be, you should do this, or, you know what I'm saying? It should be a different thing. How did those things turn out? Well, I learned lessons. I wouldn't say they weren't all bad, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're feeling a pull there, then maybe there's something that you feel is unfinished or that you need to learn. And sometimes that can be something that's unreconciled in our system that's pulling us. It works the same with relationships. So have you ever been in a relationship with somebody to where you're like, I feel so pulled to them and I feel like I want them and I feel this, but you know they're not the right person? It's because that there's something in your nervous system that's unreconciled and wants to go back and reconcile it and complete it. That's what it feels like. It feels like the same thing. It feels like it doesn't feel like it's something that is aligned a part of your path. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm differentiating it, but you're not going to hurt my feelings if you go back and do it. Maybe there is something that you need to learn that, but it would be because you didn't already get it. Like it's already, the answer's already in your field, but sometimes we need to go have another experience or another experience or another experience before we're like, oh, I got it. It's okay. How can I reconcile it without returning? It's a matter of you asking. Yes, if you want a card pull, just drop your first name and I will try to get to it once I'm done with this reading. You need to ask yourself, like, why do I feel like I need to go back to this place? What is it going to give me that I don't already have? Or what is it going to teach me that I don't already know? Or, why do I feel? You really have to start asking yourself questions. It's not something that I could get into here because what the guides are saying is it's a belief inside of you. So we would have to do some digging, but you can do that digging on your own too. You just have to be willing to ask yourself the questions. So if you say, why do I feel pulled? It's going to give you an answer. And you say, well, why do I need that? And your mind's going to give you an answer. Why do I need that? It's going to give you an answer. So that's the way that you reconcile it. Okay, good. So that is how we do that. This thing, I don't know why it filters the randomest comments. You're so welcome. For the card pull, Katrina. All right. So you don't need to ask more than once, but I will pull you a card, Katrina. And Marva, looks like she wants one too. Okay, so this is going to be a last call for mini reads. Last call. I can do one more. So if there's anybody else that would like a mini read, let me know that you're about to donate. Otherwise, I'm going to just do some freeze real fast. So this is Katrina. Look at this. I cannot make this up. We've had the same cards. Katrina, this is a card of transmutation. So this means that there's a lot being cleared in and out of your physical body and in and out of your reality. So if you have a lot in your mind right now, if you have a lot of emotions coming up, or there's a lot of things falling away or breaking up in your life, just know that is a process of making space for you, okay? Marva. This has been weird. I came on to do YouTube readings today and thought, let me just throw open TikTok while I wait for people to come on YouTube. And YouTube's just been sitting here. I've had a couple people, but it's been pretty quiet. But I will be going on YouTube more, so you can make sure you subscribe there too. Marva. And just a reminder, guys, if you've never had a session with me, I do offer a first-time client rate under my Quantum Soul sessions, under my services. You'll see it'll say first-time client. Marva, observe in silence. So for you in particular, I feel like you don't always need to have a rebuttal or need to say something to somebody when you're thinking it. Sometimes you just need to observe in silence and really to understand somebody and just watch their patterns and behaviors. So this is really just about you taking a step back and observing your reality, observing your relationships, and learning from them. Are they serving you? Do they still feel aligned to you? That type of energy. Dark as shame, dark as shame. If you're asking me what someone thinks or feels or is doing, I don't answer those questions. It's not an integrity for me to tap into somebody who is not here. Yes, Ash, you can drop a question, a yes or a no. Yes. Gladstone. Well, I get the green card. I feel like ultimately, yes, but I feel like there's going to be some loopholes. It just says, is my digital. I don't see the rest of it. A soulmate is a partner that you have had pretty much in every one of your lives. Usually soulmates are with you in the majority, not every single one, but the majority of your lives. And you guys, you have 7 of them and your roles interchange. Soulmates can be a friend, it can be a child, it can be anyone. But you do also have a romantic soulmate. Soulmates, you will feel complete when you're with them. It's not that they won't trigger you or challenge you, but it will be a healthy relationship. Like you will be able to work through it. You will be able to communicate. You will feel complete around them. You will feel safe around them. You'll never be confused around them. Carla. Same with karmics. Karmics have friendships too. Carla. Know your fears. Carla, this is about facing your fears head on, because what you look at disappears. So face your fears. Don't allow your fears to have power over you. Most of your fears aren't rational anyway. There's a difference between false evidence appearing real and danger fear, and you know the difference. So recognize that when you're feeling fear. Is my digital marketing career going to yield a payoff? Yes. Not right away, but yes, it will. Chrissy, will Mike and I get engaged this year? Yes. Does Nick have feelings for me? I don't know. Nick's not here. I can't ask him. If I don't answer your question, it's because I don't hear a yes or a no for you. So please don't ask more than once. Will me and Caleb get back together? No. Someone's saying my dad's behind me. Do you feel him? My dad is always with me. I am definitely not in turmoil. Will it go anywhere with Michael? Yes, but I feel like it's confusing right now. I feel like it might start with friends and then go into something more. It's definitely going to be a karmic though, which isn't a bad thing. I can feel the confusing energy. Will I find a new job? Yes. Where do you, that's not a yes or no question. Okay. Also, don't forget, besides the first time client rate, I also have a free course that is linked in my bio. It's called Heal. It's a course in radical forgiveness and self-love. It's an OG course from back in the day, but it's still really good content. It's there for you. So please take advantage of that. New here, welcome in. Hi. Danny, there's no reason to be concerned for me, my love. I'm very aware of who's around me. But thank you. Pam, I don't answer questions like that because I don't have permission to read his energy. Should I change jobs? Not yet. Will I travel outside of the country this year? Yes. That is a good question. That's the better way to answer it. Yes, you are going to go across the pond. That's cool. I'm glad you're psychic too. But I'm very aware of who's around me and who's with me. Will I get the job I just interviewed for? Yes, you will. Pam, you have great energy. It's not about the charge, hun. I am a channeler. I'm a psychic medium. I know who's around me. I appreciate it though. Today has been so good. You guys we've had some really good readings today. Clearing a block is very easy to do. You just have to be willing to set it down. Once you see a pattern or a belief or a behavior that's limiting you or not serving you, you're no longer bound by it. It's an illusion that the block stays. It's an illusion that it's a belief that it takes a long time to clear a belief or a limit or a block. It's a belief. So if you can understand that and you can go, oh, I see the limit, I see the block, I see the pattern, I see the behavior, that means I'm no longer bound by it. Okay. Once I know that, now when I go to make my future decisions, I just have to choose differently. I did a reel on this, if you go back through my TikToks maybe a couple of days ago, where I said the very thing, like, I woke up with this heavy energy and it felt familiar. Knowing I'd been there before, I knew I just had to choose differently. My behavior had to be different. It's really all you ever have to do. Oh my God. This person, I never understand people who come on here to be hateful and mean and do those things. Like, majority of what I'm doing today is of service and is from my heart. And I don't need to prove anything to anybody, but what I won't take is you being disrespectful. You're literally giving energy to something that you don't agree with, or you don't just like me because I wouldn't entertain what you were saying. And that makes no logical sense to me. So I'm sending you lots of love and sending you on your way. I never understand that. It boggles my mind. I don't get it. It's the same with religious people. I'm like, if you don't like it, why are you here giving me your energy and your time? I mean, I'm grateful for it. You're helping my algorithm, but it don't compute, it don't compute. Isn't that wild? Oh, anywho, what are you going to do, right? Nothing you can do about it. Okay, my loves. If you need me, you know how to find me. Everything is linked in my bio. I hope to see you around on the next time. I'm going to continue to try to go live on YouTube as well. So follow me over there. This live and yesterday's live are going to go up on YouTube either today or tomorrow. It takes a long time for them to render. So when they get rendered, you can find your reading or this video. It will be on my TikTok replay list and it will say the date. So whatever date you had a reading, that's the date you want to look for. All right. So I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so, so very much. And I will see you guys next time. Bye for now. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. I have too many computers open.